Hey, my lovely people, I'm back with another reading. As you can see from the title, how will your wedding be, right? I've done recently the proposal, how will your proposal be? Today we're gonna do your wedding. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you want to. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. My email is down in the description. And if you want to be a member of my channel, click the link down in the description to join my channel. Check the channel page for the playlist for members, the daily pickacard readings, and the members only videos. The daily pickacard readings, they're all titled daily pickacard reading, but in each video you're gonna find in the description a lot of pickacard I've done that day. The most recent one is not in the description, it's in the comment section, because YouTube got an issue with the description currently. The members only videos got normal pickacard like this one, and also got a lot of detailed reading, which is a topic says detailed reading in the description. There's a lot of pickacard related in that topic, and I have a lot of predictions reading and so other things for members, podcast for members and podcast for the public. So let's start this reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Choose one. How will your wedding be? Oh my god, cannot speak. Still didn't sleep yet, but I slept a lot yesterday. I'm gonna do this reading and then probably go to sleep. So, how will your wedding be? I do feel like your wedding going to be crashed for some of you by someone that you don't want to. So, for example, here that I'm seeing, like for some of you, maybe there's someone that you don't want to be in your wedding that going to come in your wedding, and you're like, I'm gonna just let it go. I'm not gonna look at this person. Like, I'm just not gonna be bothered. Could be like a really annoying guest, a family person that you don't want to be there, whether your spouse's family or your family or a friend that's just going to be there that you're like, I'm not gonna let it ruin my day, right? There's something here I'm seeing about, or just like people that you don't like, they're going to be in your wedding, whether family or something like that here. Your wedding going to be fully traditional, so whatever tradition, whatever culture that you have, I'm seeing the full tradition, the full-on old-fashioned tradition. There is like nothing into this wedding that going to be different, like a little bit moderated or whatever the thing is. But whatever your culture or your spouse's culture, going to be full ceremony the way that they do it in their culture. I do have a majority of you is about your spouse's culture, so it could be fully on with your spouse culture, right? So whether this is like a traditional wedding in their culture, or this is just a church wedding or something like that, a very old style traditional wedding. So I do feel like definitely a lot of tradition here in the wedding, that going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to do. Could be also a little bit hectic, because with tradition here going to be like a lot of things that you need to provide, like a lot of things that needs to happen before the wedding. Could be you're in a certain culture that certain things needs to happen, like based on tradition before the wedding. So there's a lot of preparation or certain like traditions or in the family or something like that for majority of you, because of this wedding is like going to be traditional, so probably like in a traditional way the guests going to be everybody, like all the family, not like just the people that you like, right? So because of the traditional wedding and it's very like full of tradition, there's like a lot of people that going to come, going to want to invite their friend or a relative that you maybe like really don't like but you're going to ignore. So as I told you, there's a lot of preparation in your wedding, so you could be very overwhelmed by your wedding, but I do feel like you're gonna get some help. But there's like a lot of things, so it depends on the culture of your spouse. For some of you, if your spouse got is from a culture that they got like different things that they do before the wedding, so probably going to have to do all those things. But there's like a lot of preparation and things that seems like again tradition, but it's like simple things, like it seems like simple things like you're gonna have to do before the wedding, few weeks before the wedding, or things that you're going to have to do, right? Depending on the tradition. The wedding itself here, I'm seeing a lot of colors in the wedding, so you're probably going to go with the style of like a lot of floral or different colors, not just like two colors or three colors. It could be like three colors at least, or four colors at least in the setting, in the design. So going to be yellow, red, pink. I'm seeing some green. So it could be some colors here and there. It's not like nude or just one color, right? And two colors, but there's certain colors. For others of you, I'm seeing red and white. It could be two colors, but red and white, like flowers are red, like that, or one color, but it's like popping. It's like a very bold color with the white color like on each table. There's a bold color here in the wedding. Definitely something bold like yellow, red, purple, something like that that screams like, the color screams in the decoration. I'm seeing like your wedding got like a lot of crazy people. So I'm seeing like your wedding going to be very wild because people going to be really either drinking too much, partying. So again, because it's a cultural traditional wedding on like in your spouse's culture, whatever your culture, I do feel like a lot of family going to come, a lot of people going to come. So they're going to sure celebrate. So they might be wild, some of them going to be loud, but they're going to be dancing, doing things, and all of that. So definitely a lot of fire here going around, like literally for some of you this fire I'm seeing like literally some fire, like could be like they're lighting up this stick thing, right? Or lighting up some fire or firework or certain fires or candles. If it's not a candle, I do feel like you're going to have some lighting like kind of similar to candles or certain things here, but there's something that relates in fire or could have fiery colors or something that is in the wedding, right? So I do feel like your wedding going to be happening around like winter time for some of you. So probably going to be indoor or somewhere warm for some of you, but for others of you, maybe you wouldn't not so hot in your country or something like that, or in your spouse's country. I'm seeing here in your wedding, you're going to have someone who's going to chit chat with you a lot in your wedding. So it could be a sister, a friend, or someone who's going to be there chatting with you a lot, like yeah, like just chatting with you a lot during the wedding, right? So that's all I'm seeing for you, number one. Have a lovely day, number one. I hope you liked your wedding and it's exactly what you want. Wedding be. So this wedding going to be for some of you might not have a wedding. For some of you, not all of you who chose this style, you might not have a wedding. Like literally, you just have like a partner. You might not be into the wedding theme or all of that, or just not going to have any wedding soon, right? Or like that. So, but for others of you, I'm seeing this wedding going to be like a birthday party. So it could be like around your birthday. So you might celebrate your wedding while you're pregnant, or like it's someone's birthday or something like that. But definitely there's like something here, like another date in your wedding, or your wedding going to happen around New Year, around some holidays, right? Like around the national celebration, whatever it is. For some of you, not all of you. I do feel like your wedding going to be in a place that give me cottage vibe, like a wooden vibe, cottage vibe. So this place look like a cottage, or like it's outside, like how it looks like they got cottages outside or sheds outside. So maybe it's like a hotel, but outside they got some wooden things, right? It could be like a fancy hotel, and there's like they got like this big balcony, or they got like this roof, but there's like a vintage wooden thing, right? Here going on. I do feel like your wedding gives me like garden vibes and wooden things. Like the colors there are like lights and a little bit of green, a little bit of silver. So there's like a lot of greens. It could be greens like in flowers or trees or plants or something like that. And there's some silver things. So the silver things could be the lights, right? Like light with the silver strings or something like that here, but something silver could be the roof, and there's like some green reflection, right? So green, yellow, silver. Seeing here in your wedding is going to be something that you might be feeling a little bit sick and overwhelmed, or you could be getting the flu. So it could be like because you're gonna go to this could be in a different country than you, like your country, I mean. So you might fly and then get like, a little bit sick because of the weather or something like that. But you might feel a little bit sick in your wedding, like a little bit under the weather, or this could due to maybe you're pregnant, or some of you like something here is just happening, like you're a little bit tired or tipsy, you drank a lot or something here, right? So some of you, if you're in a culture that you drink alcohol and all of that, so your wedding going to have a lot of alcohol, a lot of wine. So also it gives me like this wedding is not very traditional. It's like an idea that you got. Looks like a wine house, a vintage place, a place where they have wine, or like a resort. They have wine, like a wine resort, something like that, or flying to Italy or somewhere where they got like something like some vibes there going on, and you might want to go there and then get this done or get something with it and then get the wedding there. It's like could be in a place that usually like it's a new idea that someone really does a wedding there in this place or this area, but it's like a different kind of vibe, right? So it could be also in your own house or something like that here, a big house or someone's house. Definitely. So I'm seeing your wedding got some swimming things or pool or some snow or ice skating, but there's some lake or water around for some of you. So yeah, I'm seeing like some snow, some water that's frozen, to skate on, something like that here in the wedding. Your wedding going to get like a very funky, like freaky funky. So there's definitely new things that you're going to add into your wedding. Like it's not very traditional, but you might want to play games in your wedding, or like you might do things, or like a lot of people going to talk, or you might do something fun where like talk about the bride or talk about the groom, or like ask questions, or there's something that going to happen that's not very traditional, but you might do it. So definitely it's like a new idea here that's happening. Might travel some place, or like you might book a place that looks like very like got some history in it, something like that. You're gonna do your wedding with some different style of hosting, right? Like there's something here different that's happening around. I'm seeing in your wedding there's a lot of drinks and like snacks, and but definitely going to also like could be for some of you might do a new idea where like you're going to serve certain food like fries or something to the guests, or snack or late night snacks. Some of you, those guests could be traveling as well to this place and destination. So it could be like they're gonna book hotels and all of that, or they're gonna sleep in this hotel or this place that you booked. Thank you for watching. Number two. Number three, how will your wedding? Let's see here. Number three. Let's see. Number three. So your wedding. So your wedding is definitely around nighttime. Maybe for some people do it around the not like nighttime, like around sunset or something. But your wedding is around nighttime. But usually like here a wedding around nighttime, but a just specific message here for you. Or it could be the opposite of the normal time. Like if it's usually in your country at nighttime, it's going to be morning, or something like the timing could be different. Or it could be like in a country where like if it's summer, the sun doesn't like sun doesn't set till like late around 9 p.m. or something. Definitely there's something here with the sun, and if it's dark or if it's not dark, because it's the opposite than the norms that you usually have around you. Or it could be similar to the norms, but it's like nighttime for majority of you. So you get it, like something about it here, because general reading, some of you's like that, some of you's like that. I do feel like your wedding going to be awfully beautiful. So why awfully beautiful? Because it's just going to be so beautiful, out of the ordinary, that you just always remember, and you're always going to be like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And you might have a lot of hate for your wedding. Like you might have like people who just to you after the wedding, or be jealous hoes after the wedding, covers because of your wedding. Like they're gonna feel like you got better or something like that. But definitely gonna have some jealous hoes after the wedding. So congratulations, you done something. Your wedding is very, very fancy. It's like a lot of fancy things like happen in there. Like there's like either a water fountain, or like there's like a big ceiling. So probably you're gonna book a place that is really fancy, like a wedding hall, really expensive, really fancy, and it's like got this big window glass, like big ass window glass. Like it's almost like the roof is very high. Got a lot of like a lot of settings. Like it's a very prestigious place. So it could be like a very expensive hotel or something, a wedding hall in. The catering is perfect. The set is perfect. Everything is just so fancy that looks like, it's just like more than something really something else. It's just so beautiful. The tables are very full in details and decor. A lot of things are just very full to the details. The decor itself, nothing is like nothing is like cheap, or it looks like off, or it looks like like you just did it like last minute. It looks an expert who done the wedding right for you. Probably you could have a wedding planner, something like that, but a lot of classy things in your wedding. Basically you're going to have like things being set for your wedding, like in your wedding hall. So that's why I'm seeing like it could be like a wedding planner or something, that they're actually going to bring things. They're going to bring certain chairs and big ass decors, like a big flower like gate or something like that. They're going to bring a water fountain. They're going to bring a lot of things to make your wedding look like a dream, like a magical fairy tale. So this is what gives me like a magical fairy tale, like something like that, with the lightings, with the music, good DJ or whatever singer. There's a lot of things, or instrument. It's just really perfection. Like everything about perfection. It looks so good. It looks so good. A lot of things like in it looks so good. Seeing the flowers and the decor, things hanging from the ceiling. I'm seeing a lot of things like that. There's a not so flashy colors, but they're like very light colors, like light colors, flowers, or it could be the opposite. But there's like beautiful things here in your wedding, right? Like people are dressed up really cool and fancy. There's something about how people dress up in your wedding. So maybe your family or your relative or your spouse's family, they all dress up really cool. They look like they just like they're about to perform somewhere or something. Like they dressed up really nice. It's like nobody's basic. So not only the wedding is just very cool, everybody dressed up like to the fullest, right? So I do feel like people are just, even people in this hotel or wherever, they're like, where are those people going? Are they going to some fancy like gala, or where are they going? So it gives me like a fancy gala kind of thing, right? So that's why I feel like you could have like a lot of jealous hoes after your wedding, because they're gonna envy you for your beautiful wedding that you got or something like that here. It's just very ridiculous. They going whatever your gender, they're gonna envy you. They feel like their wedding was trash, that they didn't give their spouse better wedding or whatever the case is, right? I do feel like your wedding could have like a lot of beautiful natural sounds. So that's why I'm seeing like the water fountain, or like there's certain birds or whatever the thing is. It could be just fake sounds, but there's like some sort of like sound there that's very relaxing. Could be in the beginning when the guests are coming. The catering, like you have like a really beautiful catering, like someone like and like someone just walking the guests to their seat. There's a lot of details on the wedding, right? So I'm seeing here in the wedding there's like different time, like you could have like a schedule for the wedding, like in the beginning, like the bride going to do that. You could have like a card, like on like what going to happen. And it's just like that, right? I'm seeing like a lot of beautiful things around the wedding. But other than that, let's see, like during like the wedding and all of that, the preparation. I do feel like during the wedding and the preparation, you're just going to be relaxed. Like that's why I feel like you do have someone who does the job for you. So you are very relaxed. Like you're very relaxed, like totally relaxed. You're totally relaxed, or you're just focusing on yourself, right? Because whoever got those details and what they're going to do is just they're fully a perfectionist and they're doing everything. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Number four, how will your wedding look like? Remember to like. So I do feel like your wedding going to look really nice, but you might do it on a budget. To have to eliminate certain things because you are on a budget, but you're going to find a place that is like a really nice hall, a wedding hall, or an area that it's not so expensive but it's beautiful in the same time, right? And you're going to get everything like the catering, the things, and everything that you need to get, but like on really good prices. So you might like try to find good prices for the wedding and the cake and all of that. I do feel like the highlight of your wedding is the cake. The cake is very beautiful, or people are saying like the cake tastes good, or they like the cake in your wedding, something like that here, right? But it might cause you to have a lot of like issues and like finding the right thing on a budget and all of that in the beginning, right? I do feel like your wedding gives me like it gives me like more like a concert. Like there's like a lot of music going on, a lot of dance, like a lot of music. The music is like the thing that you really done good. Also, the whole wedding looks really nice. I do feel like you're going to pull it up, like, but there's like gifts also for the guests, and there's gift and there's things, right? I do feel like your wedding, because general reading for some of you gives me like royal blue, white. For others of you gives me royal blue, kind of pink, light, something like that, and white. Others diffuse like a reddish, brownish fleur, something like that, right? But the wedding is going to be so classy, and but like there is like few things and details. Like it's still gonna look good. So basically, the flowers, they're not going to be everywhere. They might be in certain area only, like some flowers, some things like that. And on the table there's small decor, not really like over the top, but it's like really looks so classy. And I'm seeing like a lot of whites on the table, or brown for some of you, but it's gonna look classy. But I'm seeing like the main focus going to be the area where the groom and where the bride going to sit in is like the highlight where the decor is. So going to be there, so because you want to take pictures or something like that, right? I do feel like other than that, the catering and the food is really, it's literally on budget, but it's really cool. So you're going to bring something that you're going to do that's going to be really good, so people are going to like the food in general and the cake itself. So I'm seeing that about your wedding. I do feel like you got some security in the wedding or something like that here. So you got like some security, some people, or like some workers in the wedding, or like the guards or something like that. I do feel like those security people could be there because you could have bulls or like a lifeguard or something like that for some of you, or they just by the door like to check or something like this, right? For some of you, this wedding, for some of you, it's like that. For some of you, this wedding could be like literally looks like it's a club. So maybe it's like looks like a club area, but you're going to turn it to be a wedding, right? Like so, like it gives me dark lighting. But some of you, not all of you. But yeah, that's what I got for you. I am. Oh, you want to do an Indian wedding? Indian weddings are very expensive because we got a lot of things. Not only the wedding, we got like henna day, we got henna night, we got things, and we got like a day for a lot of things. But if you're just talking about the wedding where like you're just gonna do the wedding Indian style, yeah, it could work. You could do it on a budget. Number five. So number five, your wedding, how is it going to be like? I do feel like your wedding, there's a lot of love in the first like thing that I saw here, love. So when your wedding happens, there's a lot of love because this wedding, like I don't know, yeah, everybody loves their spouse, but there's this in like this massive love, like this love, like you're marrying the love of your life kind of feeling. like, and you're very overwhelmed about this feeling more than anything, more than the wedding itself. You're very overwhelmed by it, and you're just so happy, and you're more focused on the honeymoon. You focus on what you're gonna do after that, where you're gonna travel and all of that, than the wedding itself. But let's see the wedding here. I do feel like you're going to be very flexible with your wedding, because again, you're like more focused on the honeymoon, or like other things, the other aspect, than like just put in time like and money in the wedding. So I do feel like you're not gonna like really like hustle a lot, but I do feel like the wedding itself going to turn to be like you know what I'm seeing here? Like something about the wedding is just the photography and the filming. You might have a lot of screen in your wedding, or a screen where like people are recording you, something like that. So you might have something like that. People are recording you, or like you put some pictures of yourself in the screen, or there's like some sort of like picture stand or something like that in your wedding, or a lot of pictures, right? For some of you, this wedding could be like a very cozy wedding, a very small wedding. If it's not cozy and small, you're not gonna invite everybody, or you might not even invite your family for some of you, especially if you are not really close to your family or close to certain people, or like you're not going to invite people that you don't really want in the wedding. So the wedding going to be very significant, very specific to people that you like, or you're going to count the guests, and you're like not going to really take a lot of plus ones and all of that, right? So I do feel like something about it like this. I do feel like the wedding itself is just like gives me like the amount of like you don't give a fuck about the wedding is really interesting here. So yeah, so number five, this bio gives me like you're really not focused by the wedding, like you don't care about the wedding and all of that, but the wedding going to turn out to be like it gives me like, you know how like old movies, like in old movies of like romantic movies, when they do their wedding and then they get married in a church and it's beautiful and everything happens, and or like they get married outside. It's like the wedding planner movie. It's like it could be very outside, like somewhere outside they have the tables, everybody outside. It could be like an outdoor wedding where like everybody's outside, tables are outside, or it could be like wedding hall like in a hotel where it's like more outdoor, like they got an area outside. I'm seeing like could be in Greek. For some of you might travel to Greek or something like that, where like they have this wedding halls like outside, and like some part of it is inside, but it's like a beautiful area right outside or something like that. And I do feel like there's a lot of details on the table, like a lot of details like that, and there's like a lot of decor, but it gives me like classic wedding. You get what I'm saying? Like a very classic wedding, kind of like the wedding that you're gonna see in the movie, the dress, a very classic wedding. And you could have like a classic family where like literally seems like everybody's just very classic, very very classic. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the way that they dress, everything like it's just classy. A lot of classic things here happening in the wedding, right? I'm seeing like literally just it could be like not so simple and not so over the top, but in between, right? In between. Because I do feel like majority of you going to do the wedding, you're gonna love the place, you're gonna book the wedding, you want the wedding to be like this. You had the vibe, like you yourself the vibe, like you want people to come and walk the romance. Like there's some kind of like small classic decor, and there's certain vibe of lighting, certain areas. It could be like it's like a balcony or somewhere like a hall, but a wedding hall, but like it could be in Greek. I'm saying that because you could look and you can watch and you can see the ocean, or you can see the sea, or whatever this place is from the top, or like you go down. So it's like the area is really beautiful where like people are coming. There's like music, and there is like wine, and there's some glasses, but it's very like you could have like some crystals, things like not crystals, but like swans made with eyes, something like that. But you're going to have like a lot of classic colors and something that gonna reflect, and it's very romantic. Like it's almost like you walk into a romantic restaurants kind of vibe, but it's a wedding, very classic. So else I'm getting, I definitely here see this thing where like it looks like it's where like you can see the water here. Something about the view is so beautiful. So it's like somewhere where like the view is so beautiful and the wedding is very romantic, very classic. The food is very fancy. Like it just seems like it's a great experience. Even the guests are experiencing this love, right? So this is what I'm getting for you. I do feel like in the wedding you're going to really enjoy your time a lot, but I do feel like you and your spouse you're really waiting for the honeymoon, so you could be like going to a different destination or traveling somewhere after the wedding directly, or there's something that you're waiting for. A lot of moments where like you talking about like it could be like talking to your spouse or like your vows or something very like deep and romantic going to be there. And also people are so happy, so some people going to show you how much they appreciate you, they want you to be part of their family. There's a lot of love that people want to take pictures with you, there's a lot of filming and all of that, right? Thank you for watching. Number 6. If you are not getting married anymore, why are you here in the reading, choosing a bath for your wedding? I don't get it. So, number 6, how will your wedding be like? Number 6, your wedding going to be over the fucking top rooftop. So, this wedding is the extra of the extras. This wedding is not only like you're going to go beyond, you're going to want the best of the best shit ever, the best hall, wedding hall that you can get, best rating everything. Okay, so you could have also a wedding planner, something like that here. You could have a wedding planner or something like that here, but you're going to choose the perfect timing, or you're going to choose something based on like, I'm not going to do my wedding unless this wedding hall, specific wedding hall, be free. I'm going to wait for like 6 months if I had to, just to get this wedding hall. Like, that like the most shit ever, right? Like a great famous something here, or like it could be, there's like a lot of things in the wedding going on, like the decor, the flowers, it's like fully like put on. It gives me like a Middle Eastern wedding where like everything is there. It could be also a new, the Middle Eastern weddings, like it's just over the top. Like it's like you walk there, you see like the wedding hall is just crazy, everything, the decor, the roof, and then you see the details, they just go beyond. So almost like they build you some entrance with the flower, like you walk inside it, like it seems like wherever like you're going to walk, the bride going to walk is just full of decor, flowers and stands and all of that. Just give me a lot of decor, like a lot of, like it just seems like it seems like literally you're walking in a fairy tale Alice Wonderland kind of vibe, right? So there's a lot of decor, a lot of things going on. I'm seeing the colors definitely going to be a lot of pink, and there's some sort of uh, darker colors with the pink. So it could be like light pink, darker pink, or the shades of pink, and like some shades of pink going to be there with the flowers, like some sort of like, and also what it gives me like the design of the flowers, it could be very like um mid-century, medieval centuries, where like they do those galas and ball dance, like they do all of that thing, like where like they go host things where like they have over the top decor with the flowers, with the table, everything with the cake. Like it gives me something like that. The colors could be from the Shakespearean time, like something like that with the flowers, but the decor itself is really crazy. It's really really over the top. So I do feel like what's over the top here, that you're going to have something that people going to be like, what the actual fuck did they, how much did they pay for this thing? So something about the catering. The catering is not just catering things or like people going to eat later on or have a buffet or something like that. There's something that is just fully expensive, or people are like literally this is what they offer. Like they call the catering, they ask for something, the catering will come with it, whatever it is, like whatever type of things. Could be coffee, drinks, whatever. It could be also like you're gonna have like some kind of like bartender there going to do awesome drinks or something like that. But it gives me like something really really that people going to be like, oh, those people really got money, this person got money, they literally got money, like what the fuck is going on? Not only that, I'm seeing like the outside of the wedding venue hall, right? There's like a lot of fancy cars. So this wedding hall could be in a place, I told you, it could be like a Middle Eastern country you're gonna do the wedding in. But the fancy cars, it could be like a hotel, like this is a famous hotel that they got like a wedding venue in it. But like there's a lot of fancy cars outside. I don't know what is the reason, or those are like the guest cars. It gives me like exotic cars, rare cars or something like that outside. And people coming to the wedding are just feeling a little bit intimidated. Like people who don't know you or your family or their supposed family, they're like, oh well, those people are so filthy rich or something like that. There's like a lot of shit going on in the wedding. There's gifts on the tables, there's things on the name of the bride. Definitely very Middle Eastern thing, because we put gifts on the tables from the groom, from the bride. For like each guest, they get like a gift basket or something, but from each person. And then there's like some also other catering on the table that you can serve, right? Like Arabic coffee or something. But this is not like that, but it just gives me this vibe, right? And colors. Let's see how you're gonna feel during your wedding. Number 6. I do feel like around your wedding, you're going to feel like you might have some sort of a argument with your bride. Not an argument, it's just like you might feel like you're a little bit sad or jealous about something, or like you cannot wait to talk to your bride about something, or your groom about something. It could be like you both had a little bit of an argument, or you both are missing each other because you didn't talk for each other for a little bit, or something happened where like maybe someone came to the wedding that this other person didn't want, or some kind of wedding drama or something. But you're both going to work it out. I do feel like you both love each other and all of that, but you're going to really miss each other. Like you want to be next to each other. It's almost like you want to hug each other, something like you miss each other, you cannot not talk to each other, something like that, right? So also I'm seeing here, what's about the wedding here that I'm seeing? I do feel like here, whoever the groom or even like the bride itself, but there's some gifts going to be after the wedding for the groom or for for the bride. It could be like inside their honeymoon suite or something like that, or like inside their rooms later on after the wedding. You're gonna find certain gifts, or you're gonna bring a gift or something. This is what I'm seeing, like it could be like a Middle Eastern wedding, because we do this tradition as well. But there's like some gifts or something, right? That usually like the groom will bring his wife some sort of gifts or something. So there's some vibes here about it. Or you might just bring a gift or a surprise for the groom, or something like that going to happen. This wedding going to stay till late, like late hour night or something like that, and you're probably going to go and leave the guests later on, and they're going to stay there and dance because it's just going to be very late, right? I do feel like you're going to have a different thing going on after like you leave the wedding late with your wife or whatever, like here, whatever your gender. When you leave your wedding with your bride or whatever, if you go to your suite, there's like a different activity been set. So you might both of you have dinner alone, or just like got something or something set on, like you got like some sort of activities that you're going to do, or something together that you're going to do, right? Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. I'm gonna see you in another reading. Bye.